Previously in The Infected Rise.
It's been a year since the pandemic starts. It's time for me to stop hiding.
But now I have to worry about the undead and other survivors.
Everything became a race for survival. Is there any survivor out there?
If anyone hears this, head up to Montana. We have food and shelter. Over. Now, my journey to Montana begins.
Presents The Infected Riz, Final Destination, Episode 5.
If there is anyone out there who survived, head to Montana. We have food and shelter. Be safe and watch your back. The undead are everywhere, and the government is hunting survivors. Here is Montana.
Where the road ends, the journey begins. Only the resilient push forward against the coming storm.
When the road ends, the real journey begins. The new Jeep Wrangler is built to conquer any terrain, no matter how extreme.
They said it couldn't be broken. They said it would last forever. They were wrong.
In this forgotten stretch of highway, time slows down. The wreckage remains as a stark reminder of the journey's end.
Highway 88 was always dangerous. Now, with the world gone, Carl knew the real toll was survival. The storm brought him low, but fate had other plans. Carl knew the green sickness meant
The undead are everywhere, and the government is hunting survivors. Here is Montana.
Thousands journeyed across the frozen landscape, guided only by the soaring eagle above.
In the silence of the pines, he rode alone, guided only by the distant mountains and the fading light.
The winter landscape demands solitude, a harsh beauty found only in the deepest snows of the high country.
Times have changed. The mountains used to be a place of refuge. Now,
The unforgiving wilderness demands strength. Here, in the shadow of the peaks, only the resilient survive the silence of the snow. Even in this frozen wilderness, the hunt continues. But something far more sinister stirs beneath the snow. They came in the thousands, a relentless tide of the undead, undeterred by the biting cold or the deep snow. The march of the dead ended here. The cold embrace of winter proved stronger than the virus, leaving only silence and snow. The winter claimed thousands, freezing the horde in their tracks. But even the cold grip of death couldn't stop the few.
In the valley, safety was an illusion. For the boy fleeing through the woods, only survival mattered now.
The master reference image is a placeholder and must not be used in the final video generation.
on my way back, I saw some undead.
It is very dangerous. I told you 1,000 times. Stay inside.
In the heart of the blizzard, these fires were more than just warmth. They were a beacon of hope against the unforgiving cold.
No matter how much we train, no matter how many drills we run, when the moment comes, it's always the gloves. If they don't fit right, everything falls apart. Everything.
Easy, stranger. You suffered an accident. You were pretty injured when I found you.
You will need to rest to gain back your power.
Where am I? What happened to me?
I am KARL, the leader of this camp. I saved you from the car accident you had. Eat, rest. I want to show you something later.
She knew the light was her only chance. The cold wouldn't stop her, not until the mission was complete.
I built this camp for my family when the undead started to attack and spread chaos.
Filled with rich people and military personnel. When the pandemic started, the rich and some parts of the government went into these bunkers for cover. And the rest of us were left to die.
Zombies never reach this far, but sometimes some get close and attack people who go outside. Most of them freeze and can't move anymore. In 2017, there was a meeting where the elites decided that there were too many, and they needed to reduce the population on this planet, or we would run out of resources. They decided to use a virus. That was a clean solution. 95% of the population would have died from it without destroying the environment.
The virus continues its rapid expansion across the major continents. Containment efforts are failing in the red zones. As soon as the virus was ready and started to spread, they came up with a solution.
To vaccinate the entire population. But the actual killer was this miraculous antivirus. Most of the people accepted, but some were skeptical and started to question. 2 years later, Russia invaded Ukraine in order to switch the attention from the pandemic to war.
With the pretext of helping Ukraine fight the aggression, they spent billions, but the money wasn't going there.
In this frozen hellscape, survival was measured not in days, but in meters gained through the snow and rubble.
They were building secret bunkers around the world in the country. The rich, elites, and some government officials were preparing in secret.
For the apocalypse that they started. These bunkers are huge and luxury. They're supposed to last 50 years. When people started to become restless, presidents around the globe started to do huge gatherings.
But with every passing moment, the line blurred between enemy and ally. Truth.
Soon the cities got overrun by the undead, and everything became dead. Those who managed to survive fled into nature.
Mountains, swamps, lakes, anywhere the undead couldn't reach.
Chaos continued for days as the undead took over the cities, and the entire country was in darkness. But in a couple of weeks, they got wiped out. Nobody could stop them.
The city fell swiftly. In the wake of the initial collapse, the infected swarmed the streets, leaving no sanctuary for the remaining survivors. A year later, those from the bunker started to exit and kill the undead. But soon they found out there were others who survived, and the warmth of the lamp offered little comfort against the coming storm. It was time to face the cold reality outside the walls.
Son, I must go now. Our south fence is being breached. When I come back, we will talk.
There are more survivors out there who need help. Needs us.
Huh. So, another intricate challenge, another significant predicament.
But no, they'll just keep scrolling, keep believing whatever narrative is spoon-fed to them. It's easier than thinking, I suppose. Just keep your own house in order.